Hello and welcome everybody to another Aetherdrift. I am Paul Cheon, and today, well, our ranking has not been so good. I have been delving and reaching and trying to draft a bunch of different archetypes on and off these videos. And well, you know what? Conclusions can be made. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm drafting black, white, red, black, artifacts, all kinds of stuff, but it comes at a cost. It comes at a cost. By not drafting green, you definitely hurt your win rate. It just, that is the case. But you know what? I'm trying to showcase a bunch of different things, but I will note that this is close to the end of February. I do need to hit the top 250, so I am going to play to win. If green is available in this draft, I might have to do it because as of this recording, it's the 27th, so I need to get some things going. Now, before I head into this draft, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all things Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product related. If you want to pick up some singles to round out your constructed decks, or you wanted to buy some booster boxes, make sure you go to TCGplayer.com and make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below before you make any purchases. Additionally, go to HeavyPlay.com for all of your supplies and accessories needs. If you want great deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and more, HeavyPlay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Also, if you ever see them at a convention, tell them Paul sent you. You'll get that 10% discount applied in person as well. Alrighty, what do we got? Always exciting. Speed Demon. I have never opened this card. Is this card good? Is the question. You know what the funny thing about this card is? You actually do not want a lot of Start Your Engines cards with this card, just because you're going to lose far too much life. But as a finisher, it could be good. Gallant Strike is a good removal spell. Outpace Oblivion is also a good removal spell. And then Broodheart Engine is obviously very good in black-green. There's Pothole Mole, which is a fine card in green and common. So those are some of the things that I'm considering here. Whatever. Let's take the rare. Here's the big thing. I do think this card is excellent. Probably. But I just want to make, like, you need to be mindful of the Start Your Engines card that you might pick up to go with this card. All right, what do we have? Wow, this pack is loaded. Rare is missing. Molt Tender, I love. Thunderhead Gunner is good. Packdoll Terror is also strong. Broodheart Engine, also strong. Wow. I think it's between Molt Tender and Packdoll Terror. This is pretty good if I can gain life. All right, I'll take the Packdoll Terror here. There's a lot of really good cards here, but just going back-to-back black cards seems really good. And again, not again, but also having something that allows me to gain life helps offset the fact that this makes me take a bunch of damage. So I do think that's a nice little combination as well. And you know what? We get to avoid maybe doing the green thing altogether. We'll see. All right, moving on here. Maximum Overdrive is fine. Crash and Burn is fine. But after taking Packdoll Terror, I'm more inclined to be blue-black, so I think I'm going to just take Memory Guardian here. In a good blue-black deck, I think this card can be pretty nice. So let's go ahead and take that. Ooh, and I do like Aether Siphon. The question is, do I like Aether Siphon more than something like a Wreckage Wickerfolk? And I'm not sure that the answer is yes. And, you know, it's still not 100% that I'm going to be blue. I just like having good early drops, and this still gives me the option of perhaps being black X. So let's take the Wreckage Wickerfolk. Like I said, I like Aether Siphon, but it is slow, and I have had experiences with that card where it's not as good as I'd like. It's still very, very slow. Moving on to this pack, Broadside Barrage is the best card in this pack, but I don't know that I want that here. The couple of interesting cards here, because let's say I want to go maybe a black-white artifact strategy. I could take Voyager Quickwelder, which does go with the Packdoll Terror and the Wreckage Wickerfolk, or I can take Dismal Backwater as a way to potentially move into some kind of Esper Shell. And I think it's easier to get the Quickwelder later. So yeah, let's go ahead and take Dismal Backwater here, because this gives us more options. And ooh, Packdoll Terror pick 6. That is definitely an indication that the artifact deck is probably open. So I'm very, very happy about that. So second Packdoll Terror. We have a bunch of artifacts here as well. Really, really liking this setup here. Now we have the choice between Hull Drifter and Maximum Overdrive. I do like Overdrive as a trick, but let's just take Hull Drifter here. I don't have that many other card draw effects. Let's really go kind of all in on the artifact effects. And you know what? This is a really excellent start. I haven't been able to draft too many great artifact decks, but I think this is a good start. Noting that my top end of my mana curve is pretty high right now, so I'm very, very interested in taking cheap things. So Grim Bauble, Engine Rat, Midnight Manglers, Wreckage Wickerfolks. Cards of that nature are what I'm going to be looking for here, given that my top end here is already quite strong. Or nothing. I can also get a pack with absolutely nothing. Is there a world where I ever play Stall Out? It's Stall Out or Clamorous Ironclad. I don't really like any of these white cards. I'll just take the Stall Out, I guess. I mean, the Ironclad's not even that strong. All right, Deathless Pilot, Scrap Compactor, or Gear Seeker Serpent. You know, honestly, I'm just going to take the artifacts here. Like, this is a fine top-end win condition. I already have a bunch of expensive cards. I actually do not mind Scrap Compactor in a blue-black artifact deck, particularly in a deck with double Pactol Terror. And wow, Diversion Unit Table, that is amazing. And this deck is looking awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 artifacts. I have an Affinity card. I have ways to gain life. Then I have ways to draw a bunch of cards here at my 5 mana part of the mana curve. So loving all of this. Here I have Pit Automaton versus Guidelight Matrix. Guess I'll take this. You know, I've actually had a lot of blue-black decks where I have a bunch of vehicles. And also Court of Calls, I believe, was saying how he likes Guidelight Matrix. I will put it in here as a maybe, but my deck is looking so good to the point where it looks like I probably just don't need it. Quick Voyage or Quick Welder at this point is not something I'm interested in splashing for, so I'll take the Sarcophagus. But this is certainly weaker than my other 2-mana artifact plays. So right now, let's just hide these for now, just because I still have 9 playables that I'm happy with. Could use some interaction here. I don't actually have any removal, so that's something that I'm going to be on the lookout for. There's a Gas Guzzler in this pack, which I don't love in blue-black. It's also with the Speed Demon. I don't think I want it. It is a pretty decent card, though, and it costs 1 mana. Is there fun things I can do with this? Like, I don't need to first pick a Scrap Compactor. There's a Thunderhead Gunner. There's also a Guidelight Pathmaker, which is a good expensive card, but my deck doesn't really seem to need it. Let's just take cheap things here. So you know what? I'll just take it because it's a 1-mana creature that obviously starts my engines with the Speed Demon. I do recognize that there is some risk there, but it is what it is. This pack is absolutely loaded. Afterburner Expert is amazing. Outpace Oblivion is a really good removal spell. Ride's End is also a very good removal spell. But you know what else is really, really good? Engine Rat. This card, it's possible that this is Black's best common. It's up there. Just being a Death Touch creature is so strong in this format because green is so good. And this is just a 1-mana way to block anything green that your opponents can have. I do like Nimblethopterus, but we have a bunch of 4s already. I think this is a fairly easy Engine Rat for this deck. Here I'm going to slam Wreckage Wickerfolk. Great 2-mana play. More artifacts for our double Pactol Terror deck. Absolutely love to see it. Night Market would also be a fine consideration along with Spectral Interference, but very, very happy with the Wreckage Wickerfolk. This is exactly the type of 2-mana play that I want. Now it's really interesting. Pyrowood Gearhulk is amazing. Guidelight Optimizer versus Wreckage Wickerfolk. I think the Optimizers are easier to come by. So I think it's the Wreckage Wickerfolk, but I'm actually not 100% on this. But I'll take the Wreckage Wickerfolk. Honestly, the Guidelight Optimizer might just table, to be honest. All right, here we have Wretched Doll, Hull Drifter, and Voyage Home. Like I said, I have a Hull Drifter and a Speed Demon already. I'm just more interested in having more cheap things to play. So I think I'm just going to take the Wretched Doll here. Although Voyage Home is really tempting. I don't have any white fixing. Do I take this? All right, I'll take the Voyage Home. You know what? This is a completely speculative pick, but the only argument here for this is I have lots of good playables already, and I have a million artifacts. So I feel like I'm going to get... I already have 5 2-mana artifacts. I feel like I'll be able to get more, most likely. Here, I'll take a Night Market. Ride's End is also totally fine. And, you know, I know a lot of you watching probably wanted me to take the Voyage Home anyways, and now we're going to take Scoured Barrens. There's some good white artifacts here on the splash as well. But we are moving into a potentially light Esper splash. Now, do I wish I had the Guidelight Pathmaker? To some degree, yes. But I have lots of great card draw, and this, in this deck particularly, looks really, really strong. All right, here we have Spectral Interference versus Maximum Overdrive. Here, I do think I'm going to take Maximum Overdrive. I already have a bunch of cheap creatures. I think having the first Maximum Overdrive is pretty valuable. Pretty nice, actually, with all the Wreckage Wickerfolks and such. Here, I'll take another Scrap Compactor. You know, with the affinity nature of our deck, I think it's still fine to play these. I don't know why I took the Kalorna, but... Here's a Spectral Interference. There's another Maximum Overdrive. Okay. Actually, we didn't table the Guidelight Optimizer, which is a little bit surprising, but it's fine. Is this a Foul Roads deck? Let's see. I have a Midnight Mangler and a Hull Drifter. It might be. All right, we're going to slam the Gonti here. Ooh, there's another Pactol Terror. Do I take that over the Gonti? No, right? Let me read this again. No, who am I kidding? I literally have 4 flyers here. And Memory Guardian, it's got to be Gonti, but it really sucks. Like, I want to take every Pactol Terror that I see, but we make an exception here for Gonti. Yeah, this is just too good with my flyers. This deck is looking really, really nice. All right, and then, of course, we get this pack, which is kind of a blank. I think I'll take Trip Up here over Gearseeker Serpent. I don't think my late game is really the issue here. Nothing really in the pack for us, but I think this is a decent piece of interaction if you need it. And right now, it's like, it does look like our deck kind of needs it. Wow, I've never seen this card, Pathbreaker Ibex. When this attacks, you overrun, but certainly not something that we want. Dismal Backwater is decent, but we're going to slam the Grim Bauble. Just everything that this deck wants. Cheap interaction. It's an artifact that stays in play for our affinity cards. Grim Bauble is absolutely ideal for our deck. I'll take another Grim Bauble. Yes, there's a second Voyage Home, but I'm telling you, Grim Bauble is literally just the perfect type of card that I want in this deck. And I'm very, very happy picking them up. Our late game is already very, very strong. So I just need to make sure that I have my early game covered. I have Hull Drifter, Speed Demon, Gonti, Voyage Home on the splash. Like, I have a lot here already. I definitely want more interaction. I don't have that much removal, and I have a Spectral Interference already, and I don't mind playing the first copy of Siphon Fuel. That's a late Hazard of the Dunes. But do like this as well. So really, really happy with this setup now. Here, there's a Guidelight Synergist, but I don't even think this is that necessarily good on the splash. Like, I'd much rather just play something like a Nimble Thopterus or a Bounce Off here. What's my creature count? 11. I have 2 compactors already. Yeah, I'm going to take Bounce Off. Bounce Off is just an excellent, excellent interactive spell. I love playing the first copy here. There's a Thopterus here, but I have a bunch of 4s already. So let's take Wretched Doll. A Guidelight Synergist as well. Like, literally just all the artifact colors were open here. But very, very happy picking up another 2-mana artifact card here. Yeah, really, really liking how this deck's shaping up. This pack has nothing. Wow, that's a late boost buggy. I don't know. I'm not playing any of these cards. Foul Roads. I already have 1. I guess I'll take a Camera Launcher. I already have 2 Scrap Compactors. Looks, I guess... Maybe the person I'm passing to is an artifact. There's probably one other artifact drafter, but I'm still reasonably happy with this configuration. Don't think I want all of the roads. I guess I'll take a Dune Drifter. Not sure that I'm going to play it here, though. I don't have a, I don't know how good this card is. Another Bounce Off, okay. Like that. There's another Reef Roads. We got to figure out our road situation. Yeah, this is going to be a fairly tricky deck to build, but you know what? Honestly, I think this deck is very, very solid. We have 1, 2, 3 card advantage engines. Could have certainly had a little bit more, but we also have aggressive starts. Gonti is also a card advantage engine, which is nice. And we have room for, you know what? Let's just put all of these in and figure it out. I always do this. I like remove them, then put them back in. All right. 50 cards. Okay. What do we want to do? All right, well, let's get rid of the Sarcophagus and the Ether Jacket and the Automaton. I like basically all of my creatures outside of Camera Launcher. That's the one that can probably go. And then at spells, I don't really actually have that many vehicles for the Guidelight Matrix. So we can probably cut that. Can probably cut the combat tricks. Probably don't, you know, if I can help it. Like Dune Drifter is probably not strong enough on the splash. Oh wow, and this is basically almost entirely our deck. This gives us 14 creatures because Midnight Mangler is basically a creature on defense, and then Hull Drifter also acts as a creature. And given the lack of interaction, I probably just want to play all of these. And definitely just want one planes here. And if I did want to, I should probably play more black source. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 black sources. 5, 6, 7, 8 blue sources. Okay. Do we want an even split or... And then which road do I... Like if I play a road, it's probably going to be 1. And the blue I kind of want... Actually, I don't know. I don't even know if I want either with 3 tap lands here. But I'm happy going with an even split, I think. Actually, I kind of want more untapped black sources because I want to play them... So let's cut the foul roads and add a swamp. I think I'm just going to keep the camera launcher. It makes another artifact, and I have the Pactol Terror. As far as interaction goes, and I like having all of these cheap artifact things, I guess I'll just get rid of the trip up. And you know what? Honestly, this looks pretty solid. I actually thought this would have been better given how Pack 1 went, but we still have double Bounce Off, double Grim Bobble, double Compactor for interaction, Siphon Fuel, card advantage engines in Speed Demon, Hull Drifter, Voyage Home, and Gonti. And then a lot of card selection as well with triple Wreckage Wickerfolk and Wretched Doll. So I think this has what it takes. So let's see where this goes. And I like the fact that our curve is really low as well. And we can play a bunch of cheap artifacts to go with the Pactol Terrors. All right. I'm excited about this deck. Let's go. All right, now before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying all of this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I have a Patreon channel. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons here. Really do appreciate all your support. Access to the Patreon does give you access to my Discord channel, which is a really awesome opportunity to join an excellent community of like-minded individuals looking to up their limited game. I also post videos for the Patreon only and lots of extra stuff, so make sure you check it out. All right, going first, gonna keep this 4 lands, Engine Rat, Wreckage Wickerfolk. Let's go turn 1, Engine Rat into turn 2, Wickerfolk. Get some damage in. Wish I took that Guidelight Pathmaker too, but oh well. Don't think I want Bounce Off here, but I will take Camera Launcher. Mendicant. Okay, we are playing against another artifact deck here. It's okay. We have the Engine Rat, which is great here. Setting up nicely, right? We're curving out, we're surveilling, and we're now set up pretty well to be able to draw one of our good card draw engines. So, you know, next turn we can exhaust the Camera Launcher, make a Thopter. Actually, we can even attack with both. And then we have a 5-drop play here as well. So lots of options. Skyseer's Chariot. Oh, on Camera Launcher? Sure. They can't really attack me, and they are on Esper artifacts. Fair enough. It just costs 2 more, right? So I can do it next turn. And I can't attack with the Wreckage Wickerfolk, so I guess we're passing. That actually did a really good job of slowing me down. Like, there were several picks in this draft where I could have taken the slower thing to draw me more cards, but I prioritized cheap things, and we'll see how that plays out, because I could have had a Hull Drifter, I could have had more expensive things, but, you know, I took Grim Bobbles and Engine Rats and stuff like that. All right, so they have a really great start here. I have a Siphon Fuel available, and I just drew back-to-back lands, which is not ideal, of course. And so now I get to, I guess, just chill. I have Siphon Fuel available. I have a couple of little mana sinks, but not awesome mana sinks. And my opponent has all the colors they need. Looks like they're a blue-white bait. No, they're just all 3 colors. All right, now the camera launcher is cheaper to activate, which is good for us. Another Wreckage Wickerfolk, okay. Oh, I should have played the land. That's fine. All right, hopefully this could... Oh, there is a Gonti and also a Grim Bauble. You know, Grim Bauble is actually still not bad because I can kill the Ascendant and Surveil too. So I'm going to keep both. Let's not get greedy here. And this allows me to attack with Wreckage Wickerfolk. And we'll pass. As I have a Wreckage Wickerfolk to block, and then also I have the camera launcher. Does this count all my creatures? Like, I'm not sure how that works. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna block. I don't want them to get to max speed because of the Mendicant Core. Nimble Thopterist, okay. Well, we're going to try to get some value here off of Gonti. If they have a Ride's End, that would be really annoying. All right, we get 1 hit in, which is great. We hit an Engine Rat, which is also great. And I got a treasure. I forgot that I get a treasure. Let's play the land. Might as well. All right, so they have to kill the Gonti, but we already got value there. So I'm still pretty happy about that exchange. And so I imagine that there's a very good chance that they can kill my Gonti here. But I still have Grim Bauble, you know, probably kill the Embalmed Descendant, and then Surveil to help me find more action off the top. Yeah, like I said, that's not a surprise, but the damage has already been done. We already got good value there. Gotta think now. I guess we'll block this. Do I block both? That's the question. Just to keep their speed low? Alright, let's just block both. Yep, they're gonna get to maximum speed soon. That is a problem. And I kind of wish I had an Engine Rat. Oh well. Well, I'm gonna hope they don't have an artifact here. But they will be at maximum speed for Mendicant Core. I mean, their deck is very, very strong. We got some value, but not enough. This Mendicant Core attack is weird. I guess it's just to get maximum speed. Alright, let's find something good. Scrap Compactor would be nice. Bounce Off is just not nearly good enough here. Cycle this. Yeah, we need action. This is really bad. Engine Rat. I guess I should... Yeah, maybe I should have kept the Engine Rat around. Definitely regretting that. Oh, this is frustrating. Let's see. I'm just lucky that they haven't found an artifact yet, to be honest. But we've... yeah. Yeah, I think blocking with the Engine Rat was pretty bad. I should have kept one around. Well, at least we drew Pact All Terror. That's good. All right. They're draining us out. It looks like my opponent's also getting kind of flooded. We're both on 8 lands. Scoured Barrens, not ideal. Okay. It's a very odd game where both of us could have drawn something awesome to just straight up win the game, but we haven't. Oh, they have really excellent mana. Double Bleachwood Verge as well. Like, I need to draw a Scrap Compactor, I think. Yeah. I mean, honestly, if I lose this game, the big thing... Oh, gosh. Are you kidding me? This is so bad. Was just me not, like, me keeping... Like, if I kept the Engine Rat around, this would have been way different. But, yeah, this is unreal. Both of us are just in Floodsville, USA. But I feel like they just drew something here. Yeah, we lost. All right. I mean, what can I say? That was just... That was... Our opponent had a good deck. And we just... Let me just take a look here. Do we have, like, too much cheap stuff? I like the fact that I have a bunch of cheap stuff. Am I... What else do I have that's good or expensive? I'm playing kind of all of them. Trip Up is, like, the only card here. No, honestly, it's just... It's one game. Let's keep it going. Rough start. I do think our deck is good. All right. Well, we have an expensive card in our hand this time around, so I do love that. Curious what I should name with the Night Market. I think the answer is white. I have so many more blue sources in my deck, and I have black cards already in my hand. There is a blue source. Let's play the Wreckage Wickerfolk here. Do need a black source. I don't want either of these cards. I want more lands. Blue, black. Wait, what colors are they? They're Grixis? Okay. Okay, Pace Setter Paragon, Scrap Compactor. Okay. It's a little bit interesting here. I can just go Gaunty. I'm going to take a lot of damage if I do. But the thing is, my other play is just use Scrap Compactor, and then I just don't really advance my board that much. So I think it's just Gaunty. Oh my gosh, we hit Chandra? Okay, all right, this is all hands on deck. Try our best not to die. Right? Try our best not to die. Okay. Let's figure out the best way to not die. I can play this at any given point. Not that good right now. I basically want to kill the Pace Setter Paragon, and I think play a Midnight Mangler to block the Adrenaline Jockey. And if they use the Scrap Compactor, they don't really have a play this turn, so that's okay. Okay, Haunted Network. Okay, so they have some flyers. Wow, this is really interesting. Okay, let's kill a flyer. Let's play Scrap Compactor. Let's play Voyage Home. Ooh, drew a plains. Okay. All right. That was a good way to try to stabilize here. I basically just want to stabilize the board before I run out the Chandra. I think I'm basically there at this point. I have a Siphon Fuel as well, Wreckage Wickerfolk, and Engine Rat. If they kill my Midnight Mangler, they can hit me for 3, but that's it. Okay. Do they have a Grimbobble too? Sure. Alright, we have officially stabilized. They have 1 card. Lots of different options here. But I think I'm gonna go with just kill it, try to kill this now. And then just play like more creatures here. I just want to keep my life total high. We can surveil too. Don't want the lands. And we're good. And then now, next turn we can go Chandra. Dracosaur Auxiliary. Wow, okay. Take 4. I guess we're going to Siphon Fuel this turn. Wow. They are beating me down. Let's do this main phase. What other haste creatures are there? Whatever. Tyrox, okay. We can Grimbobble that. Okay. Chandra. Alright, let's beat down. Sure. Alright. Okay, we got 1. Wow, hitting Chandra off of Gonti is absolutely ridiculous. Glad we took the Gonti. Like I said, I still feel like I'm going to have to go back on the draft and see, but maybe I should have taken one more expensive thing, but everything worked out fine there. Alright, 3 swamps. Yeah, I'll keep this. I mean, the thing is I have like 3 things I can cast, and I drew an island right away, which is great. So turn 1 Engine Rat here to block anything. Our opponent's blue-red, so maybe some cycling shenanigans. Sure. Let's play the flyer here in the diversion unit. If they play a big ground creature, I might just go... Ooh, Ranger's Refueler. Interesting. So they can hit me for 4 next turn? That's kind of annoying. If that's the case, I think I'm just going to go Camera Launcher here. Just because I can't block that anyways. And I'll leave it to them. Yeah, Ranger's Refueler is really, really nice. Let's go for 2 in the air. I guess I could finish this off with the Grimbobble. Do I want to do that? The thing is, what else is my Grimbobble killing? So I guess I will. Like, it's kind of a 2-for-1, but I get a Thopter as well, and this prevents them from doing more exhaust shenanigans. And like I said, I'm also just very interested in getting a 4-4 off the battlefield. So, not like the best exchange, but sometimes Grimbobble just doesn't really do much. So, felt like, you know, especially now that we're getting into turn 5 of the game. So being able to trade up there is fine. All right, Roadside Blowout on the tokens, obviously great. Another Ranger's Refuel. Hey, I will say that I am happy. I am happy that I killed the other one. I value the Surveil here off the Grim Bauble more than just running out the Scrap Compactor. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right, another... They're up so many cards. This is kind of ridiculous. Roadside Blowout, double Rangers Refueler. This is an aggressive attack, though. Like, what if I crew my Mangler and attack you back? I guess they don't care. Doesn't seem high enough impact to me. But maybe it's fine. It does Surveil me. Like, at this point, any spell is, like, basically decent. And I'm going to go for a Siphon Fuel on my opponent's turn. And pass. They're keeping up Spectral whatever. And if they bounce the Ranger's Refueler, I want them to do it on their turn and spend more mana that way. There's not a lot of good counterspells for Siphon Fuel, so... Dracosaur Auxiliary. Wow. Okay, well, I'm glad I kept up the Siphon Fuel. Alrighty. Let's run out Wreckage Wickerfolk. Oh, Speed Demon. Pact Altera is also pretty nice. I guess we will keep both. Hold on, I gotta think here. Yeah, let's just do that. Alright, so I'm going to hold the Scrap Compactor in hand. It doesn't kill anything anyways. And I can basically go Speed Demon into Pact Altera Scrap Compactor, which I think is pretty good. So, they're at 8 life. Magmakin Artillerist. Doesn't have reach, but I guess I'll start attacking with my Diversion unit. 2 mana spell here. Cycling Trade the Helm, sure. Wow, I am glad I have this Diversion unit because they could have traded for the Speed Demon. I will say my opponent is being very good with how they choose to attack. They are quite aggressive. They could have a Spectral Interference here, but I have a counterspell in the Diversion unit. If they have a removal spell, they need to kill the Diversion unit. Okay, I guess we'll let that happen. Alright, Speed 2. Alright, we're playing a slightly dangerous game here, but I got to draw some cards, and hopefully I can stabilize with the Pact Altera. Now, if they kill my Speed Demon, it's not that big of a deal, just because I've already drawn the cards. But we'll see. We will see if the Speed Demon gets it done here for us. 2 cards in hand for them. Easy block. Easy block. Like, if they're gonna 2-for-1 themselves here, I'm like so happy. Yeah, this is fantastic. Yep. There you go. Speed Demon for the win. All right. I'm glad that we got to draw and play that one. And just kind of see how it plays out. Let's keep going. All right, on the play here. Ooh, nice hand. Gas Guzzler turn 1. The Reef Roads is a little bit awkward. Yeah, this is actually very awkward. Do I care about getting to maximum? You know, I'm actually going to lead with the Reef Roads. Like, it's really tempting to run out the Gas Guzzler turn 1, but I think it's more important for me to just get my mana situated. And with a 2-land hand, I just really want to cast the Wreckage Wickerfolk. I'll keep 1 land because I drew the land. And being able to play the Gontian curve here seems amazing. So that's what we're going to go with. Dredger's Insight. All right, slow start from the opponent, which is going to be very, very good for us. Whoa, they are all over the place. Blue, green, Artillerist, Avishkar. What is happening here? Is this another no respect for the game situation? Is that what's happening? So I'm actually happy to go for a tempo play here. Whatever blocker they play, because then I get 2 triggers off of the Gonti. So we'll see what they do. Pothole Mole. Okay. I don't care. I'll bounce that. Oh my gosh, they hit an Afterburner Expert. So they are just teamer everything? Okay. Oh, they have to discard. There we go. It was like a removal spell. Boom. Flood the Engine and a Pace Setter Paragon. So they have to kill Gonti. And I just found a removal. Yeah, this card's ridiculous. Avishkar Raceway is an absolute... That is one of the most disrespectful things I've seen. You're a 3-color deck with a Raceway? Come on, man. Come on. They went so deep. Okay. Memory Guardian. I can play it. The only card they can have is a Road Rage here, I think. So I could flood the engine and also attack for a bunch. But I think I just attack with these 2. Max speed. All right, we hit a land, which is very, very good. Full throttle? Oh, man. Can I just win? Wait, what does this do? I get 2 additional combat steps? So that's what? 4, 8, 12 damage? I mean, we can chill. I'm going to play the Pact Altera here first. All right. Oh, I get treasures when I play cards off of this, huh? Yeah, that's just ridiculous. Wow. You know what's funny? I actually have a card to turn it off. That is incredible. Boom, we actually have the answer. Isn't that insane? I mean, they had a powerful deck, but that is the power of Gonti. It is outrageous. You get a treasure too? Man, I can't believe I gave this card like a B+. That Gonti's just an A. You play it, you play creatures, you hit them. It's very, very good in blue-black specifically, just because you have access to a lot of flyers. But, I mean, even in black, I had triple Wreckage Wickerfolk. All right, on the play here, 2 swamps. Okay, I'll keep this. I got an Engine Rat, a Grim Bauble, and a Wreckage Wickerfolk. I mean, this is the... Like, Wreckage Wickerfolk has an incredible win rate. Like, it's about the same as all these other black commons, like all these cheap things. And part of it is just hands like this. It allows you to keep kind of sketchy hands because the Surveil just kind of makes sure that you always get to play a good, real game of Magic. Wow, and they missed a land drop? Wow. That's insane. I'm going to play this just because it hits harder, and right now there is not an immediate need to Surveil based on what I have. Next turn I can go double spell, and this just hits harder. Okay, well, they had Momentum Breaker, which is obviously not ideal, but... Alright, let's go Engine Rat into Wreckage Wickerfolk. It's kind of weird. Like, I kind of want to land, but I kind of want action. We'll see. I always bottom this bounce off, or graveyard this bounce off. I'll keep the Memory Guardian, though. Even though it's not a land, I do think it's a worthy card to play here. Hopefully they can have targets for the Grimbauble. By the way, everybody, what are your thoughts on Grimbauble? What are your thoughts on Grimbauble? I think it's very good, but there are a lot of instances where you just don't hit. Also, did they miss a land drop and go land? I feel like that's what happened. I'm just going to play Camera Launcher. It's just a much better use of my mana. And then I can go Grimbauble into Memory Guardian. Hopefully they play 2 targets. That would be pretty sick. Like, if I can go Grimbauble, Memory Guardian, that's awesome. Okay, I'll take 2. They must have a Pactile Terror here. They always do. What did I say? I don't think they block. Bam. Kind of curious what I should do here. The Spike Shell Harrier makes it so that I'm kind of like less inclined to want to run out this Memory Guardian. So do I just make a Thopter? I guess they can bounce my Thopter. I guess if they bounce my Memory Guardian, it's not even that bad, huh? And they did miss a land drop, but they hit 4 lands in a row? Or no, maybe they... No, did they just go turn 1 Roadside Blowout? Maybe I'm just misremembering how this situation's going. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they have a very good artifact deck, so this is going to be a problem. Absolutely. I mean, it's all I got. It is all I got. They played a much stronger collection of cards. Give me a Gonti. Give me a Speed Demon. Give me a target for this Grimbauble. Right, that's a Flood the Engine, sure. Okay, we'll block Pactile Terror. If they have Howler's Heavy, that would be really annoying. Yeah. Kind of just getting us... We're just kind of like super blown out here. Like double removal spell there is insane. Voyage Home costs 2 mana, but I don't have the white. Ugh. This is really rough. Yeah. Ether Siphon, yep. Yeah, I mean they have an ideal Dimir deck here. We are just not gonna come close to winning this game. Like super ideal. Like all of the good signpost uncommons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Winter, yeah. At least I can kill that one. Alright, white source would be cool. Oh, there is a white source. Okay. I will take it. Let's play Grimbauble. Kill Winter. Let's play Voyage Home. Okay. They have 2 cards in hand. Oh, this doesn't actually matter, huh? I just realized. They're gonna mill me. I should have played the Wretched Doll, I guess. Whatever. I don't want to get decked, so I'll just keep it in play. Yep, Hull Drifter is a problem. Ether Siphon is a problem. Oh, there goes my second Pact Altar. All right, I think this is, we've seen enough. I'm just not going to have enough damage to push things through with the Ether Siphon, and they have the Momentum Breaker and maximum speed. Great Dimir Artifacts deck. Just a better version of the deck that I had is what my opponent had. Alrighty, on the play here, gonna keep this. You know what I will say is... Bounce Off is good, but I don't know, it just hasn't really been working that well for me. Let's play this, because it blocks. Okay, I don't want the other Bounce Off. I'll keep Gonti, though. Next turn, we get to go Grim Bauble into Diversion Unit, which is very, very good. Opponent is on blue-red. Sky Streak Engineer, sure. One, 3, my only weakness. Stock up. Ugh! Ugh! Not great. Like, Swamp would be a decent draw, but I would, like, do I want to throw away Diversion Unit for a random card? I don't think so. So, like, even if I draw this... Oh, gosh, that's horrible. I'll play Wretched Doll. It still hits pretty hard. And then I still get to keep a Bounce Off plus Diversion Unit, depending on what they play. Boom Mobile. Yikes. Yeah, I'm gonna just... Here's my question. I feel like my best route to victory here is to, like, try to get lucky? Try to find a Swamp off the top and win with Gonti? Like, what else am I doing here? They're up so many resources on me. Like, the only other play is to just Grim Bauble. It's such a low % chance of working, though. Golly. Golly! Maybe I should have just run it out. I don't know. I feel pretty dumb for not playing it now, but... Like, I had... The thing is, I have a lot of tap black sources, too. So the chances of me hitting a black source, an untapped black source, is like... It's like a 20% chance to do so. So I just felt like with a 25% chance to do so, it's just not worth it. I'll take the 6 here and I'll bounce the Engineer. Let's find some goodies. Engine Rat is definitely good. So is Siphon Fuel, but if I do it this way... Well, I guess I can probably hit lands. So I'll just keep both. And I just gotta kind of hope that they don't have a bounce spell. Oh! What am I doing? Oh! I needed to bounce this stupid thing. Oh my gosh. Alright. Maybe this turns out better if they do have a bounce off. Oh my god. That is embarrassingly bad. That is... Yeah, obviously this would have been a totally different game and I would have had a shot here if I did go for the bounce off on the Engineer and hit them. It's a Lightning Strike. This is... I mean... Like, I'm... Yeah, alright, whatever. This is so dumb. I mean, I am so dumb. Like, I am extremely dumb. Like, just not playing anything and just letting my opponent play all their good cards. Granted, I will say their deck is incredible. Okay, props to my opponent for playing an awesome deck. But just like, this is... I don't think I was going to beat their deck anyways. They have Thopter Fabricator, Boom Mobile. They stocked up. And honestly, I feel like this deck is not as strong as I thought it was. But you know what? We will play this out and see how this goes. Yeah, they had a bounce off anyways. Yeah, it didn't matter. Yeah. Oh well. So here are some things that I learned. When I go 3 colors, usually speaking, it doesn't end up working out very well for me. And then, additionally, I mean, there's a lot to be learned from this, but I'm going to post this video anyways. Just because I thought the deck went well and I thought I had a good deck. And where things went wrong, where basically a lot of my cheap stuff was really low impact. And maybe I should just be reanalyzing this because, you know, like look, the Bobble's obviously a good card, but there were so many instances where this just didn't do anything. And I feel like maybe I should be taking these cards lower because of the way that the metagame has shifted to these kind of slower, more late game type strategies. So, you know, like Grim Bobble versus Spin Out, I think I'm just supposed to take Spin Out every time. What else? What else went wrong? Yeah, I mean, I just had a bunch of instances, like in this particular matchup, just, you know, like, I don't know, they just had better cards than me. And I feel like I probably could have, if I just stayed the course, it might have just been better. Like, I don't know how often you're supposed to go 3 colors, but, you know, I could have just taken something like a Hull Drifter over the Voyage Home. Like, there were multiple instances where I wasn't able to cast it. And when you do stretch your mana, you still have a bunch of tap lands in your deck. So there was that as well. I still think this was a pretty good deck. Gonti was incredible. We had a bunch of good flyers. Engine Rat was great. My opponent always had to like trade for something. There was a game I lost because I blocked Engine Rat with a 2/2, and I probably should have just kept it around maybe. And yeah, and I think that's it. But you know what? This is a very, very disappointing 3-3. I thought we had a solid deck. Maybe we needed a little more action. You know, like this Memory Guardian was super cheap. This Voyage Home was super cheap. And I took a bunch of these lands to make my mana work. What did I lose to? I lost to a Boom Mobile deck, which is a bomb. Thopter Fabricator, also bomb in blue-red. I lost to a Mirror blue-black deck, which was quite strong. And then our first round loss was to an Artifact deck as well. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to just like reevaluate and do more drafts just to move forward. But this is just really, really disappointing. But like there were just multiple instances where the bounce offs just felt really, really bad. This is like a good tempo card. It's fine if you can use it to save your own things. But because of the way that people are valuing, you know, good come into play effects, things that grind into the late game, it's like I wonder if I should be adjusting my thoughts on this card and just not really value it as highly. It's still fine, but like I don't know. Is the interference better? Could be. All right. A lot to kind of munch on here while I just, you know, am sitting here baffled at going 3-3 with what seemed to be a very, very solid blue-black deck, noting that the Speed Demon was quite strong and the Gonti was also pretty strong, but everything else just not really playing out as kind of the way that I would like it to. But you know what? We will make adjustments. We will continue to learn from this and move forward and try to play better. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Special shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for all your support, as I really do appreciate it. And yeah, it just means a lot to me. Additionally, check out TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Whether you need some singles or sealed product, check them out. Make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below. Last but not least, go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want all the swag necessary to be at your best at whatever paper event that you go to, heavyplay.com is the place to go. Deck boxes, playmat, sleeves, dice boxes, etc. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.